too, but I think that had we played in the first half like we did in the second half, then we may well have done better. I think this will help us, help our development, give us belief and confidence in the future, help us to grow, as I've said, and make us aware also of what we're able to do, and try and put that in place as quickly as possible.
Bonsoir.
Good evening. You've been talking about your attacking game. Did you think sometimes your players weren't particularly spontaneous? There were times when perhaps you could have taken a shot, moved the ball a bit more quickly. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we weren't so quick at going forward, making good use of the ball going forward. We were a little bit timid, I think, particularly in the first half. We were very disciplined, particularly from a defensive point of view. But sometimes, yeah, we probably needed to go for it a little bit more often and try to create problems for the Liverpool team, and create more problems for them.
Bonsoir.
Despite the result and despite your frustration, I think that next week against Feyenoord, it'll almost be like a cup final for you, won't it? Well, absolutely. I think we're going to have another opportunity to finish in the top 8 by beating Feyenoord, and then we'll go straight through to the knockout stage. Of course, this is going to depend on other results as well. Even goal difference might make a difference at the end of the day, but we have to beat Feyenoord in order to have a good opportunity of finishing in the top 8 and to go straight through. So we need to do exactly what we did in the second half here at Anfield, but this time, of course, we'll be playing at home, and we need to impose our game a lot more, certainly a lot more than we managed to do in the first half here. Did you have the feeling that you players kind of adapted to the during the first half, Liverpool were putting in a lot of pressure, particularly in the transitions. Well, no, I think we played our game. We pressed pretty high up. And I think the real problem that we had was that we lost the ball in midfield quite a lot.
On a favorisé à un moment donné leur pressing. Le jeu un peu trop latéral à mon dos, alors qu'il y avait la possibilité de jouer davantage vers l'avant. Et on sait que c'est une équipe qui, quand elle récupère le ballon, va très vite, en transition, notamment avec Salah, qui est un joueur exceptionnel dans ce domaine-là. Et sur le premier but, on manque d'équilibre défensif à la perte, mais il y avait aussi, avant de perdre le ballon, la possibilité de faire mieux dans notre attaque pour aller davantage attaquer la surface adverse. Donc forcément, ça laisse des regrets, mais ça nous montre encore l'écart qu'il y a entre nous et une très très bonne équipe.
Well, you've spoken about your defence. What about Alexandro? Alexandro was really good in defence, but pretty good going forward as well. Does he scare you a little bit when he goes off on his marauding runs up front? Well, yeah, sure, he takes risk, and yeah,
mais
I get a little bit agitated when I see him doing that, but that helps us because it creates overloads. It helps to create opportunities for us. As long as what he's doing is reasonable, as it were, then I'm not too concerned. And I think that overall he played well, very, very solid in defence, I would say. I think in the central defence we were very good. After all, we're playing extremely good players who were very incisive, very fast. But sometimes, we do. It makes us break out in a cold sweat when he goes on those runs. That's true. Well, you put Haraldson right in the middle. Why did you do that? Was it because he's very fit, he gets up and down a lot? Absolutely, and he works
sont bien ancrés à la fois sur leur positionnement pour presser, mais aussi évidemment dans notre jeu offensif. Ocon est un joueur qui est capable de faire énormément de courses avec ballon ou sans ballon, d'ouvrir des brèches, soit pour être servi, soit pour libérer des espaces. Donc l'idée c'était ça, et puis garder notre système de jeu, garder nos repères, garder nos principes, garder notre volonté de jouer notre jeu, même si on était ici face à une très très bonne équipe. Je pense que dans l'ensemble, on a plutôt bien fait les choses, même si, encore une fois, en première mi-temps, je regrette un petit peu cette
I regret
timidité
the fact that we're a
offensive.
little bit too timid in attack in the first half. Right, last question then, please. Now, you said that you held your own to a certain extent in this game. You were disappointed that you didn't get a draw, but Liverpool, each and every time they accelerated their game, they created chances. They could have gone 2-3
Ils ne sont pas là par hasard. Ils sont en tête de la première ligue, largement en tête. Ils sont invaincus et 7 matchs, 7 victoires en Champions League. C'est pas une surprise pour nous de les voir jouer comme ils ont joué. Ils ont des joueurs de talent, ils ont beaucoup de vitesse qui est devant, qui est aujourd'hui dans le football moderne très important. Ils exercent un gros pressing, contre-pressing à la perte, beaucoup d'intensité, beaucoup d'impact dans les duels, et c'est peut-être à ce niveau-là qu'on a vu le plus la différence au niveau de l'impact et de la vitesse que dégagent notamment les joueurs. Merci.